Welcome to Anime Unraveled. I'm Rex Paget.
I'm Daniel Peppers.
And I'm Tristin Morrow, Hat Gang.
Hat Gang!
Only
dude.
today. I need a haircut, okay?
Also,
You don't want to see this.
also, that's one of the only times that I'm pretty good at judging you, and I was going way too slow for your intro.
Oh,
and so
I
if the
just went gung-ho, man.
Hey, as Hat Gang,
Yeah.
we just went into it.
Yeah, we're
We
all
did.
wearing them today.
Dude, we look kind of like a gang. Like Tokyo Revengers.
No. No, I'm sitting here wearing a Paw Paw Gump Law t-shirt and a Two Crew fucking hat.
As a person that knows none of what those words mean, I know you did tell us
It's
was
from
a NAPOD.
NAPOD.
It sounded like you had a stroke in the middle of
I
a
did.
sentence.
Yeah, it
but
sounded like somehow it was supposed to be
there's
law
no
from One
gang
Piece.
shit in this.
We're not actually a gang. I guess we should say that.
I mean,
right?
that should be very
Technically,
clear.
yeah.
If anyone has followed this channel, they should know we could never make it.
As a gang member, no.
No, we're all dying right now.
Not dying.
Well,
Wishing.
Technically, we all are.
But I want to start us off, right, as the leader of the Hat Gang, because
Yeah.
I'm always
Yeah,
Hat
you're
you're
Gang.
always
always
hat.
wearing a hat. I'm usually wearing my sunglasses.
Yeah, exactly. But I want to take a moment and do a little update for Petty Akira Toriyama Corner. I want to do a little
nice.
update.
Let's
yeah,
do
yeah.
this.
I want to do a
I've
little
been
update.
waiting on this.
Yeah. So, okay, as you guys know, I have gotten into the Dragon Ball Super manga, got current. All right.
Yes.
I love this man. Save this man at all costs. So, if you have listened, I've talked about it on episodes, so I'm not going to go into it. But for like Battle of Gods was like a few chapters. Fucking Resurrection of F
Was a
Was a
panel.
panel.
with a transformation of Blue, which is pretty much, I would say, the base transformation now, was a fucking panel.
Yeah.
I love the fact that for the last, it's a monthly release, for the last year and going on 2 months, he's just been doing Dragon Ball Superhero, fucking adapting that shit. It's like adding more. He added 5 chapters of Goten and Trunks at school, right? And it's been 10 chapters of the movie. And Rex, you've seen the movie, so I'll tell you where it's gotten so far. It's just gotten to the android sacrifice scene against Cell.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's a petty move for him to be like, Battle of Gods, no need. Resurrection of F, a fucking panel. Superhero. The world needs to know. The
Yeah,
world
a
needs
whole-
to see.
Okay,
a whole 12 fucking months.
I
of
gotta know
release.
though.
Over 12
is
months.
the Goten and Trunks in school similar at all to Gohan in high school?
100%.
I figured it had.
They are legitimately great Saiyaman X1 and X2.
Oh dear God.
Yeah. So it is basically, if you watch the Great Saiyaman saga of him in high school and
You're just
watch
repeat.
this, and it's great.
So he just decided to say, fuck it, we're going to copy and paste.
Dude, it is so incredible. Like, the internet is in an uproar. The chapter 97 that just got released, it got up to this part because they have, if you're reading monthly, it has been 14 months of superhero. Basically, what some would say, a comedy starring Piccolo.
I mean, it is. Like, honestly, I love that movie only because of Piccolo.
A comedy starring Piccolo.
It is 100%. And
Old Grandpa Piccolo, who is as old as Gohan.
Yeah.
they mention it. It's brought up.
And
And
Piccolo and Gohan are the, almost
it's
the same
brought
age.
up. It's brought up, and it's so fucking fantastic that
Do
like
they go in depth about his plushies?
they do.
Yeah.
But not
that-
in depth,
not in
but
depth,
like
but-
in depth enough for plushies. But yeah, it is so incredible, and I just love it that like it's so funny to me that a movie starring Frieza, who some could argue is the main villain of the saga,
They could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like of the
easily.
whole series,
That argument could be made.
could be made. Panel.
A panel.
Superhero, which is legitimately a copy and paste version of the Great Saiyaman saga, the Android saga,
Cell
and the
saga.
Cell saga
Yeah.
put together for a comedy starring
14
Piccolo.
to 16 chapters.
It's gonna, by the end of it, if he keeps up his same pace, it'll be a year and a half of adaptation.
That's amazing.
It's so funny to me, dude. I protect that man at all costs.
He's like, you know what?
Just let him go.
Hopefully everyone forgets about Goku and Vegeta, and we could just go on with this.
This is his play right here.
Yeah.
They
To
haven't-
get out.
They
He's like,
haven't been in the
"Uncuff me."
manga for about a year. It's so good, dude. It's okay. So logically, what I think it is he's thinking of the next arc, and
Yeah, because where do you go?
and it gives him time because this arc was already in the movie, so he didn't really have to think about it.
Yeah.
So it's given him a year to think of the next arc. So
Right now he goes to where Goku and Vegeta got to train to take on Black Frieza.
Yeah, like that's where it goes
Well,
for
yeah,
sure.
I know.
But also, is that not in game? Like my thing that made me think about it is like what's in game for Super, because it is put up in such a way that they don't have to worry about the anime, because I don't think it's coming back. Legitimately, I just don't think it's coming. I think if anything, they'll do movies, because those movies do really well. And
do
they do.
I thought it was
Superhero
Broly
did-
for sure, and superheroes.
I thought it was hinted at that we were getting another Dragon Ball Super next year.
It might be, but I could also see the anime never coming back, right? So you don't have to worry about the anime, and you can kind of do movies. And I kind of just like it. I hope, to me, superhero just goes on forever, and they just let him do what the fuck he wants. Like,
he
let
actually
him
just starts writing a different manga inside
100%.
of Super.
No, he just brings a Raleigh in permanently.
Dude, he could do all this. This is what I'm saying. He set it up. He could do it all. Akira Toriyama, like, I've talked my shit, but I love where you're going. Like, he is totally giving off that, like, old man, I'm going to do what you can't change me.
No, this is 100%. They won't cut me free from this
So
desk,
fuck them.
So I'm going to burn it to the ground.
I could say a joke, and I maybe I will. I'll look at you guys. It's kind of like how some people feel about their jobs. You know what I mean? Like, I can't escape this thing.
But I'll do what I
Fuck it.
can. Yeah.
I'm going to flip this switch. You're coming at me now. And it is, I just wanted to bring that up. It's fucking incredible what's going on.
I wonder if what's going to end up actually happening is if they are going to bring the anime back and then readapt all of superheroes.
I hope so.
I don't know, but in other manga news,
Okay.
which I am not caught up with Jujutsu at all.
Sure.
But I literally just saw a video on YouTube the other day that was just titled, "The author of Jujutsu needs to be stopped." And I was
no.
like, oh gosh.
What's he done? What's he done?
Yeah, I was
Rurouni
like,
Kenshin?
I
What's he
gotta
done?
read.
What's he done?
No, I'm guessing he's just killing
Oh.
people off, or who knows, something savage, I'm sure.
Actually, if yeah, probably
Yeah.
exactly that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's exactly that, because I'm sure he has made people's hearts break.
Well,
by
something came up for me. Like, I've been trying to not spoil. Like, Jujutsu is one of the ones that I won't spoil for myself.
I'm with you. Sam.
And something came up that spoiled a chunk of Jujutsu for me, and I was like,
no.
oh. And it's stuff that we won't see in this season, but it specifically regards Yuji.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and it explains the Sukuna stuff.
Okay.
now.
I mean, yeah, Jujutsu is one of those that, like, I have gotten past the Toji and the clap fight.
Yeah.
I've gotten past that in the manga form, and I really do want
The
to.
anime form was better.
100%. Like,
So
like,
much better.
I'm a big, huge manga reader, and this is one of the only shonen series where I think you are doing yourself a disservice if you're not watching the anime.
Yeah.
I think it elevates the source material in a way that a lot of shonen anime you could argue doesn't.
It does make me question the most recent stuff that they've done, though, only because of the grasshopper thing.
Oh, the animation that
Yeah.
people are in uproar about. Of
yeah,
like,
because even I had to agree. Like, I love Jujutsu.
sure,
Animation is usually amazing. Choreography is usually great.
right.
But that fight was just like
Do you
lackluster.
think? Because it's got me thinking. Because I've seen the internet up in an uproar over that scene. Do you think that shonen, that demographic or genre, whatever you want to call it, is very quick to throw
Yes.
off an anime
Yes.
because of one scene?
Yes.
It's
Oh,
because
yes,
it's kind of like Jujutsu's had hundreds
I was
of
about to say.
amazing cinematic scenes.
Mhm.
And then that one bad scene is
and people
viral.
are legitimately like,
Because
"Fuck this show."
Of these 3 episodes that have come out since they've come back, the first 2, they were making reference to a bunch of old great works, Evangelion, Gurren Lagann, like literally frame for frame.
the whole Mechamara thing was
Amazing.
so
Yeah.
great.
It's,
I saw a clip of Gurren Lagann that made me want to watch Gurren Lagann.
I bet, dude, because it's fucking hype.
It was a silhouette fight scene where like planets were exploding
Yes!
It's the
behind
end.
them.
Oh,
It's the
dude, you're at
very
the
end.
And I was
Endgame.
like, this looks goddamn incredible.
Yeah,
It's
you-
the very end.
You
of
had to
Gurren
understand.
Lagann.
Okay, so Gurren Lagann, what they did with that series is you start from nothing,
Yeah, yeah.
and everything very quickly explodes.
By the
Like,
end of it,
you go
you're
from
using planets as weapons.
No, you're using-
because you're
no.
the size of the universe.
no. You're not using planets. They're using motherfucking galaxies.
Galaxies.
Let's be real.
Because literally,
looked awesome.
creates a mech that
Yeah.
is the size of the not the
No,
universe.
it's the
a
size
universe.
of multiple. It's,
Yeah.
It looked
It's so good.
It
It's
looked
so good.
incredible, and I was like,
As I said, dude-
I watched 7 episodes, and this was not in those 7 episodes.
No, you
Honestly, if you get to the point,
You have to get out your
where,
sunglasses, dude.
did you get introduced to Viral?
What is Viral?
He's the first alien, not alien.
He's the first bad
no.
guy. Really.
He's the first
Big
like bad guy that he fights in the
No.
grass with the katana.
No, there was
Yeah,
no
you-
fight scenes. They were
no.
just digging holes.
No, you did not watch 7 episodes.
Yeah, you
I
maybe
must have
watched
watched, like-
7 minutes of episode 1.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
hey, it'd go either way.
Viral is like the first like bad guy that they really fight. That's like he continues to show up and try to fuck him up.
Except you really learned that he wasn't really evil.
Well, technically none of them were really evil if
Yeah.
you think about it.
They
but
were all trying to prevent the whatever.
he
the anti-spiral.
eventually becomes an ally, and when it hits that moment, dude, if you're not sold on that series, you're just
You're
wrong.
never sold.
Yeah, you'll never be sold. But the moment that he becomes an ally, that's like the most hype moment in anime.
Yeah, I when I saw that clip, I said, "This is what Rex must go through on a daily basis: seeing an Instagram reel and being like, I should check this out,' and knowing that it's the fucking last
Yeah.
few minutes of the whole series."
Yeah,
That-
and then
that's
you gotta
accurate. I
watch
literally did that last night.
24 episodes, and you get to the end, and you're like, "Oh, here it
Oh,
is."
there's
It
the clip.
lasted as long as the reel. No.
Yeah.
What did you do last night?
I don't even want to talk about it.
I want you to talk about it.
I don't.
Okay.
What anime was
No,
it?
I'm not
Rex,
talking-
What anime was it?
I don't remember the title. It was one of the ones with a really long light novel title.
I thought it was the Haven title.
No.
I was like, Rex, my brother.
No. I think it's like 13 episodes.
Reign of the Seven Spellblades has gotten pretty good.
Has it? Because
Dude, the story is taking a turn.
I watched like episode 5 and I was like,
So did you watch where he fights the one professor?
no, I haven't gotten to that yet.
So that is where the plot really
Thickens?
You learn the plot right there
Nice.
because it's a revenge story.
Something must have
Okay,
happened
okay.
because the internet has turned on that
Popped off.
series and been like, this series is good. So
Yeah.
Okay.
something happened
was about
recently.
to
Well,
say-
it's basic what happened. Like, okay, so like without really spoiling anything, it's kind of slow starting. There is a lot of really cool action sequences, and then this one episode hits, and you really realize that this is the main character's revenge story.
So it's basically, I just Lelouch of the Rebellion.
Yes. Actually, yes.
Nice.
Like
I kinda
100%.
It's funny that you mentioned that though, because I noticed something else on the internet that Shonen Jump has started doing.
What's that?
And it kind of reminded me of conversations that we've had of like, where is the future of Shonen Jump after the big 3?
I did hear that they just canceled another series.
Yeah, I did.
Do you remember what series it is?
It's by the same guy that did Food Wars.
Yep.
It got to like chapter 26 or 31 maybe.
Yeah, so like what is the future holds, because like One Piece is in its end game, Black Clover is at its end game.
They gotta find new shit.
So what they've been doing is like hyping up random series that are getting started. So this series has not even been released on the app yet, or maybe when this episode comes out, it will have been released, the first chapter, and I can't remember the name. It's got a guy with a sword and he's doing like this. That's
That's all we got.
Go look
Yeah.
for that, I guess. But so basically, the story is a revenge story. He's like a swordsmith apprentice, and his fucking swordsmith guy dies, and he's got to like whatever. It's like Demon Slayer. It looks like Demon Slayer meets Bleach. That's what it looks like from the image and kind of.
I don't know if that's gonna be good.
But what is interesting about that is I've never really seen except for in this past few years, Shonen Jump pushing new series so hard of like, this new series is gonna trying to build hype for
Is
it.
the name of it Berserk of Gluttony?
No, that's Berserk.
No.
No. There is something called Berserk of
It
Blood.
looks so
There's
good.
no way it's that
It's
though,
not
because
that.
the anime is coming out in October.
Yeah,
That
it's
looks really
it's
good.
And yeah, that looks
That looks
amazing.
so good.
I'm so down.
but yeah, it's definitely
I
not
love that
that.
he goes, "No, that's Berserk," and I'm like, me and you were both like, "No, brother."
No. You'll actually like that one.
Fair. It's a one-word title and something. But I just thought it's so interesting that I can definitely tell, at least on the outside looking in, from an internet perspective, they are trying to go into build the hype for a series.
Well, they're trying to find the new mainstream,
They're trying to figure it out.
which I think they have a contender.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah, dude, Strawberry.
Wild Strawberry?
Yeah, Wild Strawberry. I feel like it's a contender.
Because now, and
But
you
I
might
think
be interested.
It's gonna be more on the level of like Tokyo Ghoul, though.
Yeah, you would be interested in this series because it starts off as like a Last of Us kind of post-apocalyptic
Okay.
Chainsaw Man thing.
all right.
But have you read the most recent
No,
chapter?
I'm behind by like 3.
So we were right. We had talked about this earlier. We might have talked about it on the podcast. But now, because of something, they're infusing it into weapons,
yeah.
and they're becoming like
So it's
fighters.
exactly the same because
And
that happens in Tokyo
What
Ghoul.
is the it?
so okay, I guess I can kind of spoil the first chapter because it's been
I mean,
long
it is the
enough.
first chapter.
Yeah.
It's not a big.
So they like have hosts that are basically getting fed off of seeds that make them plant people.
Yeah, there's like plant monsters.
Plant
So is it
monsters,
kind of like
plant zombies.
Parasite meets Tokyo
Yes,
Ghoul?
it is very much Parasite meets Tokyo Ghoul.
Got
And you remember in Tokyo Ghoul how they eventually started turning the ghouls into weapons?
Yeah, the Quinkes.
Yeah.
So they're
That's exactly what
they're doing that in like chapter 5.
Yeah.
And so basically now, because our main character is one of the first ones because his sister fused with him. Spoilers, I guess. Sorry, fuck it. I have to tell you this though. And so he's become like a Chainsaw Man type individual.
Yeah.
And now, because the police can't hunt him because he's too powerful, they've brought in this new unit. And this unit has fused these things into weapons.
So basically, it's is a ghoul.
yeah,
and
it's the
this new
doves.
unit is the doves.
Yeah,
Got it.
100%.
So-
It's Tokyo Ghoul. Like the
100%.
moment that it got to the point where I saw the girl
Quinkes.
with the weapon, I was like, yeah, this is Tokyo Ghoul, but drawn way better than Tokyo Ghoul. Like
His art is
I'm
really
not,
striking.
I'm not hating on Tokyo Ghoul's art because it is up there.
I mean, the manga's
But,
art's really good.
Wild Strawberry's art is like
I'll have
next
I'll have
level.
to look
You'll
into
have
it.
to look into it. It's on the Shonen Jump app, $3 a month. Not sponsored, but if they would like to.
yeah. Hit
Hit
us up.
That was way in tune.
Dude, I love when that happens because like if you're watching the episode, there is no like actual like I was not looking at him and immediately we were on the same wavelength.
It's because you guys sit close together.
Well, we do it all the time too.
we
you
share
and I.
brain
Yeah.
cells.
Well, that's good because ours is the one piece of it all.
Oh, yeah.
It connects us all, bro.
I
Oh,
still
yeah,
need
yeah.
to watch more of that. I still have only watched the
Season
first
2, we
episode.
did it,
Yeah.
boys. We're getting
You know
Chopper.
the actress
We're
that plays
apparently getting
Nami
Chopper.
has straight up said if she could if she retired from acting with the Nami role being her last, she would die happy.
She is. I've been. Doing
It is her dream role.
I've
to
been
play
doing
as
it.
Nami.
I've been doing a deep dive into the actors, watching interviews and
Same.
stuff because I'm just that guy now. And she is the biggest anime fan of the cast.
Well,
100%.
Oh,
The
that
one that's-
and Nami is like she loves it.
Yeah.
It's like her
Yeah.
favorite character. In One Piece.
Like she said, her favorite anime was Made in Abyss, and I was like,
Which-
"What a fucking choice!"
Yeah, I was about to say, if you know anything, Made in Abyss is dark as
Yeah.
hell. So,
And I never knew this, and I found this out. The actor that plays Zoro has been in a bunch of anime.
yeah,
live
he's been in a
actions.
good few.
Uh,
Like 6.
them swords.
now he's in a popular one. I watched a clip of a guy fixing the sword through After
I did.
Effects.
Dude,
Did you watch that?
I watched that. I was like, dude, that.
They had a budget of like 16 million an episode.
And he
Fucking should have
fixed
got
it
that
so
guy.
quick, yeah.
should have got that guy.
well, that budget went to the ships.
Yeah, I am interested because the numbers have started to come out, and I don't know how inflated these numbers are, right? But it apparently stayed number 1 in 86 countries.
I mean that's probably going to be what saves Netflix.
I don't know if it'll save it,
Yeah,
but I
that's
do
it.
know.
It's
gonna help.
I do know they realize the power of the One Piece fan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I've already known this shit. That it's pretty much probably the only reason that I'm above
Honestly,
1,000
if
subs.
someone dressed up as Luffy and ran for president, there's a good chance.
Good chance.
Good chance.
There's a good chance. And now I love because it's gotten popular.
I need you guys to slash me as an X on my chest. We're doing this.
We gotta go. Speaking of running for government, I'm glad transition. It's always good when we point it
To the
out.
conspiracy corner.
Well, I kind of have to talk to the conspiracy expert
Oh,
because
no.
I did a video. It's on my channel now where I DM'd a bunch of YouTubers to give me manga recommendations, and I got a bunch back. Surprisingly, people actually responded. It's kind of fucking wild. And one of the ones, and I'm surprised Rex has never brought this up because my brother, it's you. It's crazy.
Which was it?
It is called Sanctuary. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah.
It is from the late 80s, 90s.
Yeah, I've seen Sanctuary, and it's kind of fucked though.
Like it is fucked. But the reason I read the first chapter, which is 14, I read the first volume, which is 14
Wait,
chapters.
you're not talking about the anime.
No, I'm talking about the manga.
I've never seen the manga.
Yeah.
I've seen an anime named Sanctuary, and it's super fucked.
Okay, well, let me tell you what this is about, and then you'll see if it's the same.
It might be the same.
So I've only read the first volume, 14 chapters. It's about a Yakuza member, and he grew up with a guy.
These are not the same already.
Okay, all right. So the manga style, it's if you've ever liked Casino or Goodfellas, what I really like about this style is it sets up establishing shots. So the artist does a really great job of doing super detailed cityscapes and like limos because Yakuzas, they're getting driven around. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. High society.
High society.
Even though they're low society anyway.
So it's about this Yakuza member that's at the top of his game. And he is out there in the casino. Like, he is doing the dirt that Yakuza members do. Like, let's say, I'll give an example, and I'm sorry if this bothers people, but a police lieutenant captain who is female tries to infiltrate his casino. He immediately has it pulled up, and I don't know where they get Google from in this time, but he has a Google, and he has information about her. So he kind of, they don't know each other knows who they are, right?
Yeah.
So what he does is drug her immediately, and she wakes up naked in a bed, and she's bleeding. So she goes to the doctor, and she's like, oh, you never told us you're a virgin. Because, you know, if you know, like I said, I'm going to try to dance around this on YouTube. And I maybe have to bleep some of this out. But she's like, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done? A package comes to her door. It's tomato juice. Like, he's that kind of motherfucker. Like, he's fucking with people. Yeah, but this is where I'm getting into the conspiracy corner. His friend is a aide to the government.
Mm-hmm.
And the government is nothing but old people.
Oh, so very accurate. Gotcha.
Very accurate. And their plan is, because they grew up together, you find this out, is he became a Yakuza member because he needed the financial and the power that Yakuza members hold to get his friend into the government. Yeah. Because in this world, kind of like in the real world, you don't really get pushed for government.
You buy your way in.
You buy your way in, and you don't get pushed for government seats until you're way older.
Yeah.
And they're like, no. Like, he's going to be 40, and he's like, the 30s and 40s, we need to push younger people into the government because this corrupt old group has been destroying lives.
Yeah.
So it's such a, I knew, see, that's what I'm saying. This is you, dude. But I love the fact that they're using this thing of like following, they're all horrible fucking human beings.
Oh, I'm sure.
But is the horrible shit they're doing. Like, this Yakuza member is also trying to fuck this old man's daughter who just got out of high school to give him an edge up. Like, he's doing fucking dirt. And him and his friend, like, have little conversations of like, no, we're going to get you there. We're going to get you into the government. So it's like, how much, and it's
I feel like this is very ahead of its time.
It's super ahead of its time, and the art's really incredible. But it's almost like, and like I said, it might not be for everyone because it does tout that line of how does evil, if it's for the greater good, how, like,
anti-hero.
Is it okay?
Two bads make a good.
Exactly.
Wrongs make it right.
But I have never heard of this, and to get recommended this, I fucking devoured that volume.
I bet.
It is, so thanks, this is why I wanted to bring this up in the podcast.
I got something to read.
Mr. Conspiracy would love this shit.
Yeah. Next week, we'll see if I have it tattooed on myself yet.
Facts.
Yeah. And I just thought it's so interesting. I've never really seen a manga, and I haven't read them all, you know. I'm getting close. I feel like I have a library at my house.
I mean, yes,
and in your
literally.
iPad.
Yeah, and in my iPad. But I think it's really progressive that back in the day, in the 80s and 90s, Japan kind of let this go. Because it really paints Japan's.
I highly doubt it was like in Shonen Jump or something.
It wasn't. It wasn't. It definitely was.
It was one of those.
Let's put it this way: it's
those
volumes.
garage releases.
It's volumes. The lowest volume is $100 right
I bet.
So,
Jesus Christ.
Probably has not been printed in like 20 years.
and it probably won't be printed. I don't think this is a manga that will get a reprint.
So you got to find it scanned in online.
You know, hey, find it the way you have to. That's how I found it. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, I just needed. I was reading it, and all I could think of was Rex's Conspiracy Corner the whole time.
Facts. Dude, I'm listening to you talk about this and I'm like, oh boy. Oh boy.
He's gonna go deep down into the hole.
He's gonna find
I mean,
every
One Piece is bad
volume.
enough, man.
Yeah, it's I think it's just super incredible, and I wanted to kind of bring it up, like if our listeners wanted something that I hadn't really read before, and kind of impressive that Japan was like, we're gonna let this go somehow, because boy, does it go after its government like hard, and every single government official is a fucking slime ball.
I mean, technically, it's not the only thing that goes after the government. Like even the series by Clamp, X goes after the government, but not to that degree.
Yeah, and I guess maybe because and you can correct. I haven't read X, but I think what was shocking about this is it's almost drawn like a documentary. Like it's very placed in the real world. There's
Gotcha.
no fantastical elements. Like
It's realistic.
how people get hurt is like they get fucking hurt. And but I don't know. I wanted to bring that up and bring it to you. I thought that would be
Yeah, I'll definitely be looking into
Yeah,
it.
I'm
sure
Maybe
you
today.
yeah. And
You know what I've been looking into this week?
what's that?
Well, we promised you guys. Well, I promised you guys that I would be watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventures when we reached 150 subscribers.
Are you ready to suck dicks yet? Are you a true JoJo's
No.
fan?
No, because
No.
from what I hear, I bet he's only gonna like part 5.
So, I have completed all of Stardust Crusaders. I finally did it.
Yep. Hey!
Hey.
And some would say Stardust Crusaders is a lot of people's favorite JoJo's.
It's been the best one so far.
Absolutely. That's
And it was still trash.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. The bar was low.
Also, I really feel like you need to watch the OVA from '93.
That looks great.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I have thoughts.
Oh, God. I'm fucking all ears, boys.
So, I picked back up. So I did watch a little bit before we hit the 150, and I had gotten like past Bastet's whatever, and kind of I guess I fell asleep and woke up during one of the pet shop episodes.
It happens.
At one point, so I restarted from the Bastet stuff.
It happens.
Got to watch Avdol and Joseph get down and dirty with magnetism.
Hell yeah. Sucking dicks.
I will say that the way they use their magnetism to kill her was pretty dope. To beat her in that was pretty cool.
Okay, what about the gambler? You got to him,
All right,
right?
yeah. I finished Stardust
Yeah.
Crusaders.
He's got into it all.
Yeah.
He's got into
So,
the world.
I gotta know, what did you think of that though?
So Darby the Gambler. I thought that was probably one of the. I think that was one of the better fights.
It is.
The Gambler was interesting. Boy, Japanese censorship on Crunchyroll.
Is it bad?
From here down on Jotaro's face is completely blacked out when he smokes a cigarette.
What
You
the
can
heck?
only see his
What?
eyes.
Dude, that's
on,
insanity.
On Netflix and
That's
and
wild.
Even on Netflix, it's
Yeah, Netflix
not-
is regular.
Yes, it is.
They must have changed that
They had
because
to
I
change it
watched it on
because-
Netflix and
I watched it last night. I
he
pulled
was
it up.
smoking.
Yep,
Nope. You could. It's from
What?
here down. It's black.
that's crazy.
When did we watch it, Rex? What, 2 years ago, maybe at this point?
It wasn't even that long. For
Did you
me.
guys watch it in English?
Yes.
Yes.
I changed it over to English and it was still blacked out from here down.
That's fucking. They went back, dude.
Yeah.
They took it. They took his smokes.
Yeah.
Well, that's
so
why some of us collect things for when this
So,
happens.
that was wild.
I have never heard of that. That's fucking.
Literally, anytime Jotaro goes
So
to
there's just a
smoke
black
cigarette,
box right here?
it's not a black box. It's literally just a shadow from like under his eyes down. It's just shadow.
That had to cost them money to do that.
100%.
Weird.
But it's only when Jotaro smokes because he's under 18, or I guess now he's under 21.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
So that was a choice.
That was a
it took,
bad choice.
That was actually because that took so much away from the gambler fight.
Oh yeah, that would
Because him smoking, you could tell, was a big part of
it's
like,
part of his
fucking
bluff.
with his head,
Yeah.
and it just
Shadow.
Yeah, I'd say the mind games were like the biggest part of that one.
yeah, like that was rough to get past.
What
But
about the gamer then?
the gamer?
Yeah.
The gamer.
Darby the gamer?
Darby the player.
The player, yeah.
That one was cool. When Kakuyin is sitting there racing and he's like, I've gotten a lot of hours in this racing game, and Kakuyin knocks him forward, and then he admits his defeat immediately.
Yep.
But no, it was Joseph's cheating that was fantastic.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
amazing.
That was great.
Joseph is a legendary character.
He is.
in JoJo's. Like he's the only one also that you stick
Follow
with
so
for
long.
years.
Well,
He's the only one that really survives.
Well, yeah, and Jotaro's becoming that.
Yeah, well, he
No,
was.
he's not.
He was. He was.
He was.
He gets sliced.
he
No,
get, no,
he survives that.
he survives.
Does
Yeah.
he survive getting his head sliced in half?
Technically,
Well, you'll get there.
yeah, you'll get there.
You mean when they reset the world and it's not actually Jotaro anymore?
Well, no,
Yeah.
he's alive before that.
Yeah, listen, you'll get there.
Does that happen in part 6?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of this.
All of this
happens
happens in part 6.
Part 6 is a wild ride.
Well,
my
I
boy.
know that what's his face completely resets the world, and Jolene is not Jolene, but for whatever reason, Jolene still has memories as Jolene
No,
or something like that.
That's not a thing.
You're close,
Yeah.
but you're like the Kmart version.
Listen, I read the synopsis like a year ago.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Yeah.
so like I really like the gambler fight because literally Jotaro is just sitting there like big dick energy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't look at his cards and is like, I'm gonna win with this hand.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Darby's
I'm
like,
betting my friend's souls.
Yeah,
It's basically
meanwhile,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
yeah, Darby's sitting there like I have paid everyone here. There's no way you could win. And then like he's just so confident
Yeah.
that he's like, he is betting Avdol's soul,
Dang it, fuck.
his soul,
That's right.
Kakuyin's
His
soul,
mother's
Yeah.
soul.
his mother's soul.
Ice cold.
And Jotaro was just like, let's do it. And then he gave up and he lost and everyone got released. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
Pet Shop was cool.
Pet Shop fight's great.
Pet Shop.
Pet
fights.
Shop was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a redeeming fight.
Iggy.
Yeah.
Death of Iggy was
Never
very sad.
forget that shit was good.
Death of Iggy was sad.
What about the dude that gets crushed? Who's the dude that gets crushed? You know what I'm talking about?
That's part 2.
Oh, that's part 2. Yeah. All right. Never mind.
what dude that gets crushed?
Fucking Kmart version of.
No,
Oh.
stop
Oh
it.
yeah,
I just
Dollar,
Caesar.
Dollar General.
No, stop
do you
doing
remember-
Caesar.
Just want to bring it up.
Stop doing Caesar dirty.
I just want to bring it up.
Dollar General.
He's a king.
Theo Brando.
Yeah. So I guess I think the reason that a lot of people hold Stardust Crusaders up on a pedestal, at least the reason I do, is like one, the introduction of stands and kind of it becoming more shonen-esque.
Also, the adventure elements of it,
It-
like
shonen. I would say that's
now-
shonen.
now
esque.
we
yeah,
get-
yeah, but like real world adventure, like there's
It is.
So, I
It is
do have
not
a-
real world adventure.
it
No.
kind of is.
The sun attacks. It is
Well,
not real world
listen,
adventure.
Listen,
I'm saying you get to see a bunch of like
It's
actual,
bizarre world
You
adventure.
get to
Stardust
see a bunch of
Crusaders.
actual locations
Yeah.
though. It's
Stardust
really cool.
Crusaders is very much Monster of the Week.
Yes.
I mean, yes, 100%. It starts off that way for sure.
Yeah.
It stays that way.
Yeah.
It's monster. It's monster every 2 weeks. The monster of 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it really is.
it
yeah.
does
It's
do that.
bi-weekly monster.
Yeah, bi-weekly
Um,
monster.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
it starts off as monsters a week and
The-
slowly gets more monster. Just
And then says we have our final fight. Which what do you think of the world?
Oh, hang on.
Oh, you're building.
We have
Uh-huh.
more.
Oh, okay.
We have the whole horse stuff.
the horror stuff.
Whole horse.
Whole horse.
Whole
Whole
horse,
horse.
and the
Oh,
Book of Thoth.
Yeah.
Boy, he really wanted them to lose, and then he fucked everything up when his his watch was 2 minutes fast, didn't he?
Yeah.
And the little kid was just kind of like, "Hey, man, my things are always true." And it's like, well, his watch said that.
Well,
and it
yeah,
didn't.
but the things were always true because if you look at one of the things.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
it's-
because his brother got blown up because
Well,
his
no,
brother
no.
turned into Jotaro.
No, if you look at it even more, there's one of the scenes where Jotaro's head is split. How it's gonna end up in part 6.
Is there?
Yes,
Yeah.
there is. If you go back and look at them, it's a bunch of shit that happens in part
Do
6.
you think he thought of that and then said I can add it later, or did he?
Dude,
No.
it's a Rocky. He probably forgot, and someone was like, "Yo, it'd be cool if you did
Yeah.
this."
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
his
He was sup-
editor was like, "Let's."
He
make
was
this
supposed
relevant.
because that injury happened to his brother when his brother turned
Yeah,
into
yeah,
Jotaro.
but if you go back, there's more pages.
Yeah.
It's one of those like
Yeah.
I put this here because I thought it would be interesting, and now I'm going to use it later on
100%.
just
Yeah.
because it's already there.
Yeah,
So then we get to, we get through everything. The stuff in the mansion is, I mean, it is what it is.
what you didn't like Vanilla Ice?
No, gonna say no.
I'm gonna say, no.
Is he talking about when Polnareff turns into a baby?
Yeah, well, that's way
No,
before.
no,
the
I
Magic
definitely didn't
Man.
like that.
Yeah, no one.
Hey, I didn't like that at all.
All right.
Especially when he's sitting there like with that woman and he's just like, yeah.
That's a weird
Yeah, that's
fucking
a-
turn.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of weird turns. Like
Uh-huh.
the monkey, the gorilla on the ship is one
Yeah.
of the worst.
That was early.
Yeah, but
that was wild.
We give passes to that. We
No,
don't
we
think
don't.
about that.
Now,
Right,
Polnareff going into a child, that was fucked up.
That was fucked
that
up.
dude wanting to kick a child's ass, also very fucked up.
Fucked up.
But no.
Also, Jotaro as a child being a menace.
Oh, dude,
that was fucking great.
Honestly, best part of the episode.
Yeah, it
On
was.
brand.
That's on brand.
On
the
brand.
only good part of the episode.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you're a child now. I can beat you. No.
Nope. Just kidding.
Fucked with the wrong kid.
Yeah. So,
Uh-huh.
Vanilla Ice. That was the one that I'm trying to remember.
He was in the mansion.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to remember which one. There's a couple in the mansion. Isn't he the one that has the stand that just ate everything?
Essentially.
Yeah. I didn't like that they killed Iggy. To be
Well,
honest with you.
Well, no one does.
Yeah.
Because Iggy goes from a farting dog, and you care about that farting dog
Yeah,
at the
you,
end.
you start to care.
You're like,
The pet
goddamn.
shop fight, I was kind of like, you know what? Iggy's pretty all right.
That's how they
That's
get you.
what happens.
That's how they get you. That's why the pet shop fight's so good. It makes you care about a stupid farting dog, and then all of a sudden, Araki's like, "Fuck
Now that you care, I can break your heart.
Yeah. I was very sad when Iggy died.
Yeah.
Also very sad when Avdol died.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
Boy.
Abdul's dad.
He didn't even get a chance against Vanilla Ice. It
No.
was just done.
Gone.
Yep.
Later.
He left his arm. That's it. It's just
He
one
said-
arm or both of his arms.
Yeah, he's at peace.
Yeah, that was upsetting.
It really did feel like, and Araki, and you'll get used to this because you'll have to watch all of it. But Araki is the king of, I'm gonna make you care about certain characters, and then by the end of this, I'm gonna take them away from you.
Yeah.
Like that's his fucking style almost. Is like you're gonna like who really cares about this character? Then something's gonna happen where you're gonna be like fucking right, and then I'm gonna fucking kill him. And you're like in Minecraft, and then fucking he does it, and I hate it.
Now,
I don't like it anymore. I don't like it anymore.
you don't like getting attached and then getting it taken away from
No,
you?
I
'cause
mean,
it
it didn't
makes me-
happen in part 4.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We got to talk about part 4.
And
I'm 2 episodes in.
we
Um,
can't talk about part 5. It hurts.
Yeah.
No. So now we get you get through the mansion, you get through all
Yeah.
the fights. They were pretty all right.
Yeah.
How
I'm
about
still.
Polnareff at the stairs?
You mean when Dio is just like, you can join me, or you can take a step back. They can take a step back, or you can walk towards me, and he uses the world to set him back, and he's like, oh, so you wish to join me, Dio? And it's like, I'm going to do this. This is what's gonna send me into a rampage.
Maybe that's why you're sick.
What?
Maybe that's why you don't feel well.
Maybe.
It's attacking your body.
Yeah.
The
100%.
JoJo's of it all is fucking inside
the
your
TV
body.
sent a virus to me. You're right.
I mean,
Damn it.
Could happen.
It's like the virus from that one stand user that sends the little tiny one into your
oh,
body.
I
from
know what you're talking
the first
about.
half of
Yeah.
Stardust Crusaders.
Dude,
like
I'm gonna
a little
be
bee.
honest with you. I'm gonna be listen. JoJo's and me have separated. All right. I'm here to
Hey.
announce it. It's in a joint statement. We're
Understandable.
yeah. After a few years of marriage, we've decided to see other people.
Now we get into the Dio fight.
This is where we got married. Me and JoJo's got married on the Dio fight.
Yeah. See. Okay.
And yet you've never seen the. Well, I can't say it's the better version, but
Now, this fight starts off. You know, they bring the little vampire dude that's kind of got a second head on the back of his head, which was odd.
Oh, the Harry Potter and the
yeah, the
Sorcerer's
Voldemort.
Stone.
Yeah,
fella.
Voldemort.
Yeah.
They bring him to open up the casket, and
Right.
then they put him in the Dio puts him in the casket using the world.
Yeah.
Kakuyin does Kakuyin things to figure out the world's powers.
Yep.
Dies for it.
Yep.
Oh,
Into
100%.
that clock, huh?
Yeah.
Right into that clock.
Yep.
Time's up, motherfucker.
Yeah, that was upsetting. Because you know we lost.
He loves that cherry. dude.
Yeah.
He
Loved
loves
it.
it.
he was just showing off his skills.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
JoJo's has overly
JoJo's
sexual shit.
Oh.
It does all the time.
That's why I'm surprised you don't love it.
Dude, listen.
Because you want it for real.
No, that's it. There's
Hey,
too
there's a
much.
live action.
There is.
Yeah, there's a Diamond is
Zoro
Unbreakable.
was in it.
Yeah, Diamond is Unbreakable. It's got a live action.
I'm good.
Me too.
So, I'm okay with the fight.
Yeah, it's good.
When Jotaro's fighting him, it looks great. When Jotaro's kicking his ass, looks great. Dio gets punched in the head
Yeah.
and like can't walk.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Gets himself to Joseph,
Yes.
Uh-huh.
who is unconscious.
Correct.
Yeah.
He didn't have any features really
Yeah.
like that
Right,
were
right.
that drastic. Takes Joseph's blood and got some like fucking green lips. Like
I mean,
fucking
listen, here's the thing.
Dio came out and drag at that.
Here's the thing. It's shonen. It does what shonen does. Like, I don't know. I didn't think anything of it. That's the thing.
I mean, I just thought, hey, this transformation's not that great.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my confusion comes from the fact that how did that give him a transformation?
Because he finally had full control over his body because he had the blood of
Of
A Joestar?
Jonathan.
yeah.
That's the whole
Yeah.
reason he wanted.
Because he had a
Joseph.
body of a Joestar, but I guess he didn't have the blood of a Joestar.
I don't know.
I guess he needed the blood of a Joestar to fully make the body his. I don't
Yeah.
know. They explain it kind of.
Yeah, they do.
They explain it in JoJo's ways, which is like, I don't
Yeah.
know, fucking watch
Now,
this.
the best part of this whole fight was when Dio thought that he beat Jotaro.
Yes.
He literally throws a tank on him and says, I, Dio, have defeated you, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I can't move. And Jotaro's like, well, that's because I stopped time
Hell yeah.
right at this second marker. And then, Jotaro does that work
Mm-hmm.
and kicks his ass with
I love when
gold
his
star
hands twitch,
platinum.
like his little
Yeah,
fingers
yeah.
twitching.
He's
Yeah.
using the magnet.
Yeah. So good.
You need to watch the OVA version of it because it's literally like all of that.
I've already watched the anime version.
Yeah, but the OVA literally condenses it and makes it better.
So,
Like it's literally the most shonen thing I've ever seen, but it's fantastic.
so I really enjoyed. I really liked the Dio fight. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, you know what?
Everyone does.
It might not be the worst thing. And then I watched the first episode of part 4.
Yep. Go ahead.
And
Hey, I like the first episode.
Down in fucking Kuroko Town or
yeah,
whatever.
whatever it is. So then I watched
I
the
don't
first
remember the
episode,
title.
and they introduce
They say it every episode.
they introduce everyone,
Yeah.
and you get Jotaro. You get in the white suit.
Yeah. I
Hey.
love that suit.
Hey, the suit's great.
If
His
I-
character design, if you took the suit away, hot garbage.
I love the white. I love
No,
the
no,
white suit
that's not what I'm
Jotaro.
saying. The way that he is drawn,
Yeah.
hot garbage.
Yeah, he just doesn't like his design
No,
compared
he's
to part
too.
3.
Yeah, he's too smooth.
I like a
He's
smooth.
got-
I like a
no.
smooth Jotaro.
Uh-uh.
like a-
He's gotta look rugged.
Nah.
Yeah.
Smooth.
No.
He's already been his rugged
He's
face.
well refined.
Yeah,
now.
he's well refined. That's why he's got the white suit. He's got money.
Okay, yeah, but why does he have cheetah pants in part 6?
I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet. That's his party phase.
No, you've seen.
No, I know, but I haven't gotten why. I haven't figured it out.
So
Okay.
He got divorced.
He's finding himself.
Going through things.
Yeah, he's going through some things.
Midlife crisis.
Instead of a sports car, he got cheetah pants.
boy,
It makes sense.
his character design is odd.
Sure.
I love the white suit.
Yeah, the
Like,
white suit's great.
That's a
I
great,
love the white
that's
suit.
a great fit.
Yeah.
Great fit. Then they introduced Josuke.
Yeah.
And his stand power.
Yeah.
And Jotaro literally goes, man, if I couldn't, turns out I can still stop time. It's been the first time I've done it for 10 years. And it's like, I'm sorry, but if I had the ability to stop time
I'm stopping time all the time.
all the time,
All
Yeah.
the time.
like, especially like why not? Like, why
Yeah.
not? That could save, that could have saved him.
Yeah. Also, I would have stopped time when I liked JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. You know, still live in that bliss.
There's that moment.
That moment. When I called Rex and I was like, this is fucking great. I love everything.
And now you're gone.
Now I
You're
know.
with me.
I'm not with you. I'm in the middle.
Yeah,
No,
he
you're not.
is.
There's stuff I really like about it. And then
Listen,
there's stuff I don't
I mean,
really like about it.
most of it.
Most of it.
no.
Most of it.
Hey, I can give credit where credit is due. That Dio fight's good.
Yeah. It's so good.
The character design of Star Platinum in part 4.
Boom.
Oof.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
It looks like
Yeah.
It definitely dropped. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you take character design of Stardust Crusaders and Star
Correct.
Platinum.
Mhm.
That's a good looking stand, right?
Yeah.
yeah, there's a reason.
You take the character design of Star Platinum in part 4.
Mhm.
Part 4? Part 4.
yeah.
Diamond is unbreakable.
Yep.
4 is after 3.
Is it? Am I doing my math correctly?
Yes.
And Star Platinum kind of looks like a fucking a toddler TV series character.
Well, a little bit. Yeah, I can see that.
Like it kind of looks like it like the way that they like his character design is just not good.
It could be better. It should be better.
Yeah.
It has been better.
It has been better.
They should. I don't know why they changed it from part 3.
They've had it in 2 different iterations. Both are better than what they decided in part 4. because of the OVAs, right? Is the OVA different design?
Do you see Star Platinum in part 5 or 6?
You see him in part 6, not
Yeah, you see him in
part 5.
No. You don't see shit in part 5.
I mean, you see Jotaro
No, you don't.
for one episode.
Fucking part 5 should disappear.
But you got one of the best songs that JoJo's ever came out with in part 5.
You got the meme song. It doesn't mean it's the best song.
Hey.
Hey,
one.
Jorno's theme's pretty fucking
It
bold.
is pretty good though.
It's the best one.
God.
I don't know. JoJo's got good music. I kind of
Well, that's because JoJo picks a lot of good music
Yeah.
and puts the fucking credits.
Araki's like, yo, I need the rights.
Yeah, like Araki is one of. Maybe that's why. You know, like maybe that's why I don't like JoJo's. It's because I don't like music.
Oh, I love music.
And I feel like he loved music. Like
I
he
love
literally
music.
named stands like Green Day.
Well, I think that's just because he ran out of Egyptian gods, right?
Fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Egyptian gods and the tarot cards.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. And you haven't gotten to what I think saves part 4, which is Kira.
Oh yeah,
100%.
100%.
No, I mean I'm like I'm
One or
or
two
two episodes
episodes
in. Like they just introduced the serial killer dude and his stand.
Yeah. So here's the thing. You're in for a fucking whiplash because you're about to get into slice of life. Legitimately. It is, Rex, am I wrong? It's slice of life for a solid half.
It is, and which is the weirdest shift because I got so used to part 3. When I went into that, I was like, I don't know how
Does
to
it
feel
get rid of
about
the bi-week monster of the bi-week?
No.
No, it's like slice of life with
The
Monster of the bi-week?
And usually the way they solve the monster of the week is real weird.
Yeah, it's like less action, more like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, it really is. They gotta solve this mystery.
Sorry to break it to you, but lock in, bro.
Okay, so anyways, how much of the anime you guys are supposed to watch have you watched? Because clearly I'm gonna be in for a ringer.
I watched the first half of Sword Art's Alicization.
Yeah, so
you watched the rougher part.
Yeah, I
got thoughts.
I got to like episode 9 where Kirito teaches AI to question laws. You know, genius plan, couldn't go wrong, Skynet.
you could have your own fucking series. Conspiracy theorist watches Sword Art on or watches anime.
Right. So did they get to where Yu-Gi-Oh blows his eye out?
Yes.
Yeah, I like that scene.
I didn't. I was like, this is silly.
That scene was great because Yu-Gi-Oh's like, I'm not going to let them sit here and get assaulted, and his eye just
Right.
explodes out of his head.
He breaks the system.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I think Sword Art. I think the first part of Sword Art, Alicization, is not as good as the
second
Battle of
part?
the Underworld for
Okay.
me.
Because
I know
Battle of the Underworld. But
I've seen a lot of people flip it. I've seen a lot of people be
The other
like,
thing is Battle of the Underworld takes a lot of the focus off of Kirito until like the end.
yeah.
Gotcha. But literally the first 3 episodes of this are almost unwatchable to me. Like, is the worst setup.
Because it
Wait
is-
a minute. Hold on. As a man that has watched all of fucking part 5, you're gonna say these 3 episodes unwatchable.
I mean,
That's crazy.
it's on the same level as the end of part 5 to me.
It's literally Kirito gets stabbed with the thing, and then they take him away for 2 episodes.
It's not even that. It's okay. Let's all go to GGO.
Yeah.
Klein gets to experience killing real people.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh well, you know, Kirito. They have the Goku issue with Kirito because they're like, he really needs to stop signing up for these hazardous experiments. Goodness, I'm like, what the?
He's got to push his limits.
He just has to find the next VR to get
He's
into.
got to do it. Yeah. I mean, listen, I am not going to sit here and fight for Sword Art Online. I'm just saying.
Also,
that's a crazy statement.
Their idea of where the soul exists. Are you kidding me?
Oh, the Flectolite.
Yeah.
Listen, all I'm saying
it's a
is,
part of your
I
brain.
would rather
Fair.
rewatch all of Sword Art than rewatch the first 3 parts of JoJo's.
Okay, that's also a crazy statement.
That's way crazier than anything I think
I
I've
am
ever
not
seen.
with you, sir.
That you don't have to be, because boy, have I bet I was sitting there, and the only good part of part 3 to me
Yeah.
was the Dio fight. Really, like the only great part.
No. Well, not to me, but
Like, I had stuff that I liked,
I can understand where you're
but
coming
like some of the overtime. I think that the Bastet stuff really just. I was just like, this is too much.
from. Yeah.
Like it really just. And
The Dio fight's the only part where you kind of somewhat enjoyed what you were watching.
the Dio fight's the only one that was
I don't know,
like
like-
not Monster of the Week ish. Like it didn't feel Monster.
Dude,
I like-
if you hate Monster of the Week, you're in for a treat. in the worst possible
I know.
way. Like I'm talking about for the rest. I'm
I
talking
don't
about for the
hate-
rest of
I
your
don't
journey.
hate Monster of the Week at all.
Like part 5 is
But-
going to be a fucking bummer.
Yeah,
But-
part 5 rough.
Boy, JoJo's doesn't do it right.
I can agree with you on that.
Because it's like it's very like yes. It's like you get one episode, then they leave it off, and you know that in that next episode they are gonna beat that person and probably introduce the
Well,
next.
here's the thing though, and I don't know when did part 3 come out, Rex? Do you kind of have a good guess?
Dude, I have no idea. It's like
mid 2000s.
no.
Late.
Wait. You mean the anime?
The anime.
Oh,
yes.
the anime. It was like 2014, 2016, somewhere. in there.
I'm surprised they still did that because that Monster of the Week, even in live action TV shows like the X-Files and things like that,
Yeah,
that
Power
was
Rangers.
that was a fucking staple for
Yeah.
a
I know.
lot of
I mean,
TV
Doctor
shows.
Who.
Exactly, for a lot of TV shows. So I understand why they did it, but I can't agree with you that maybe from my personal opinion, I think the reason that they didn't do it great is a lot of those 2-parters because they got into this weird habit of it had to be 2 parts.
Yeah, 2
Yeah.
episodes. Yeah.
I think it could have been 1. I think they could have trimmed it. I think they could have trimmed
Yeah.
a lot of stuff.
Well,
and I
like a
think-
lot of just the weird suspenseful stuff
I-
that they
Yeah,
add for no goddamn reason.
and
I
it feels
think-
like it drags
well,
on.
You say that, but the suspenseful, like crazy stuff that they add, that's literally just them following the manga, like almost precisely. Because if you want trimmed, just watch the OVA. It's literally all of the stuff without the crazy, like bizarre shit.
Yeah,
I think in my personal opinion, right? I think
Sure.
it's a lot more bearable if it's not so they do Bassett's Mariah part 1, part 2. And then at the end of Bassett's Mariah, they tease the next baddie.
Mhm.
Like you could have just left it
As a
like
whole.
it wouldn't I don't know if it's just me, but it wouldn't feel as Monster of the Week if you didn't continually show the next person.
You're like,
Yeah.
hey, he's coming, or they're coming,
Yeah,
or it's coming.
because I'm already like, okay, so I know the next person that the Joestar group is gonna
Yeah.
kick their ass.
Yeah.
Like I would rather not know.
And I think also, and maybe I'll speak for myself too, is like it kind of gets a little bit when you're like, they're gonna win. And I know, like Shonen, you're like, that's every Shonen.
Yeah,
But with it
Um,
being Monster of the Week, it feels like, why the fuck do I care?
yeah, because it's like now, like they've shown the next person, so there's no surprise to me when like the next episode opens up and I'm like, oh yeah, well I mean I already know they're gonna beat this guy.
Yeah. But the cool
I saw this chump at the end of last episode.
He's gonna fucking get fucked.
Yeah.
But I think the cool thing is they a little bit, but not much. He kind of moves away with that as he gets further along. Because
Yeah.
I would say part 6 has a little bit of it, but part 7 has even less than part 6.
Steel Ball Run,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
I mean, you do kind of
where
get-
you have the Rasengan of
Right.
Hamon.
And yeah. And I haven't been keeping up to date with JoJo Lands,
No.
but so I can't speak on that. But it does feel like he's
Is that part
mo-
8?
Yeah.
no, that's part 9.
Oh yeah.
Because part 8's
Oh,
JoJolian.
JoJo Leon. Yeah. So I haven't kept up with those parts. I've only kept up like up to part
fuck
7.
is Joe Jolion?
He's a guy. I can't even say that on YouTube, so I'm just gonna
Yeah, it's he moves away, but he moves in a different direction.
He does.
Hey, he throws
Because
that e-brain.
I accidentally read a decent chunk of part 9 before I realized, oh, this is not where. Well, no, part
Part 8.
Before I realized, hey, this isn't the part I'm supposed to be reading.
It's not Still Ball Run.
Yeah, this is
So,
not. I was
it-
like,
I really like Still Ball Run.
I do. Still ball will run. I'm hyped
So you like the
about.
Rasengan of it all?
I do.
Oh, it's also like
I
the
do.
like old west and all that shit.
It feels weirdly fresh
It does.
in JoJo's.
They should have just stayed with it then.
Well, I don't know where it goes. It might go somewhere cooler.
So does Steel Ball Run pick like does the
Um,
rest of it move from Steel Ball Run?
Steel Ball Run is almost
Is
nothing
it a
to.
separate universe?
It's
I mean, part.
kind of.
Yeah.
Part 6 sets it up to be
Yeah, I was
separate.
about to say part 8. You're still in the separate universe, but it's current day.
So we're gonna try to.
I know
explain
that part 6 he creates it. Yeah, resets. Everything.
Resets. So part 7 plays off that reset.
Yeah.
So technically,
You
could,
go all the way back to Jonathan.
You could almost jump into part 7 without the rest.
Yeah.
You would miss like little references and little things like that as JoJo fans get, but it's almost a jumping on point.
So I wonder if he's gonna go to a point where he completely resets everything.
I think it's leading up to a point where those two realities merge. That's what I
think
think.
we're gonna get old.
I don't know, because from what I've heard about part 9, it just seems like he's going in a different direction.
What I'm saying is I think Endgame of JoJo's he's going to try to bring it all together.
But I mean, how can he?
In
like,
the final
one
part.
reality, didn't he kill Jotaro?
It is
No.
JoJo's a bizarre adventure. He
That's
can
fair.
do anything.
That's fair.
Also, no.
Also, no. Also,
I could have swore that
No,
when
no,
I read
you-
the spoiler, Jotaro is considered
Listen.
dead.
Hey,
yeah, I
all
mean,
you're
and
gonna
the
have to
internet
do-
can't always be right.
here's the thing.
This is the Joestar. This is the JoJo's wiki. You're gonna tell me it's wrong?
Here's the thing.
It says he's dead as hell.
Maybe
all
you
you have-
misinterpreted.
all you have to do, Tristan, is get through 100 more episodes of JoJo's, and you'll know.
Yeah.
That's only 2,300 minutes of your life that you're gonna have to give to JoJo's.
So, while he groans about that, there's a
Don't you
part-
have to watch Hunter x Hunter?
Yes, he does, in which he did not, but he has been busy
I'm busy.
prophesizing. But anyways,
Listen. I'm gonna get to it because now I even have people in my comments.
yeah, being like, yo, watch Hunter x Hunter.
Yo, fucking
You have
stop
to.
sleeping on Hunter.
Yeah.
x Hunter.
I mean, for real though, like, it's not even a joke. Hunter x Hunter's good.
I'm waiting for like the JoJo fandom when this episode drops. I'm always waiting for when I like say my opinion. They're like, you're wrong,
Yeah.
but they never do.
Well,
I mean,
maybe you haven't been wrong.
yeah, maybe they.
The fandom knows.
They're like, listen, I feel like a lot. Okay, and this is gonna be a hot take,
Hot
I
take?
guess. But I feel like the JoJo fandom fucking knows that they like something that's kind of dumb. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, I kind of.
they're not like other fandoms where the other fandoms are like, no, this is gospel.
Yeah. God himself put this to
Hey,
paper.
Jesus is in JoJo's.
I mean, yeah, you're
I'm
not
saying.
wrong.
But I feel like JoJo fans are in on the joke, and they're like, it's just fucking fun. It's
yeah,
just fun.
it is.
But sometimes it's not fun, and sometimes
I mean,
it's not good.
I will say,
Most
It
of the
hasn't been
time.
most of this time.
I was about to say, JoJo's does do a thing where he is able to write villains that you will absolutely hate from your very core, which I feel like not many people can do.
Welcome to Anime Unraveled.
I mean, worst case scenario, we can literally just open up the camera, like, fucking fast forward through the video.
Nah.
We don't have
Nah.
time for that.
Nah. Welcome to Anime
We
Unraveled.
jump back in.
We jump back in. Our camera died again. So
As it
it's been a
does.
while. It's been a while.
It has. It has.
So, and we can't remember where we were talking about.
Yeah, I think I was maybe going to try to talk about Sword Art, but he was in the middle of a JoJo spill.
I was. Oof. I needed
But-
to reset my palate.
Yeah, but to get the hate out of JoJo's,
Yeah.
I'll point at Sword Art. Anyway,
Yay.
I literally just wrote notes of things that I thought were like interesting
Okay.
that actually happened throughout the series. And I gotta tell you, of the 25 or 24 episodes, I think I only have 7 notes.
Oh God.
That might tell you a bit about how much I thought of that series.
I can't wait. What are some that you
I
can
mean-
just what's the general cliff note of like the top ones?
The top ones, Klein discovers the joy of murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kirito teaches AI to question laws.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kirito-
That's where we were.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we
Episode
were.
15, Kirito tackles gender equality.
I think you're reading way more into Sword Art Online.
No,
than you
no,
should.
it's just they literally for like a few episodes, it's literally like Kirito's trying to solve AI's problems as far as being a society.
Well, that is Aliciazation.
Yeah, that is
I
Aliciazation.
mean, that is the story of Aliciazation.
Because
Basically,
they basically took the floodlights of infants
Yeah,
to
and
make
raise
a
them up.
bottom up AI, but there were corrupt employees of that company that put in rules and stuff, and that's why they haven't been able to get
And
a good
which
AI.
up until about episode 15, that's what it is. It's like Kirito slowly trying to teach them to question the laws and all of this.
right.
Then you get to episode 17, Kirito just starts seducing Alice as he does. You know, he has to add to the harm.
Hey, add to
in
the
which
add to the
you would
ladies.
think you'd be like, no, Alice already has hers. Yujiro is for
Yujiro.
her.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, he gets murdered off, so obviously
it's time.
it's time.
It's time for
Oh, that's
Kirito
right.
to do
Yeah,
what
they did kill
Kirito does.
Yujiro.
And
early
then
on.
it goes a little step further. In episode 22, this is literally the only thing that stood out to me. Kirito copies an attack from the Shinsengumi in Rurouni Kenshin, which is the Gototsu. That's it. Yeah, it's like his stabbing attack. Yeah, it was like a direct copy.
Well, only steal from
Great sources.
Yeah, the not problematic.
Yeah, for sure. But then episode 23, Kirito literally does nothing as the party is nearly wiped.
So Rex, I have a question, right? But regardless of that, do you think at this point you're deep into Sword Art?
Mm-hmm.
There's not much left. Do you see a world where you finish this series and say it's not bad? Like, I'm not saying good. I'm not saying great. I'm not saying awesome. I'm just saying it's not bad.
I could say it's mid.
Okay.
Middle of the road.
All right.
Like, I know people are going to be like, oh, that means it's bad. No, for me, middle of the road, which is what that should mean.
Do you see a world where you go back ever?
And watch it again?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Wow.
Like, I don't even think I'd watch the highlight reel. Like, let's be real here, because the action scenes, the animation isn't, like, super great. Like, they have sparkly particle effects and stuff, which I feel like that's where they poured their budget. But other than that, the actual choreography and stuff is not amazing.
Hey, the Gleam Eyes fight's pretty cool when he uses
that's in literally
Starburst Stream for the first time.
the beginning of Sword Art.
You don't even see yourself going back and watching those 12 episodes ever.
Never.
Wild. I could see myself watching those 12 again.
No, I don't think. You have to also think I've watched those 12 a few times.
Okay, fair.
Like, I'm
You're done.
over it.
Hey, once you're
Like,
done, you're doing it for the people.
Now
and then once you do it for the people.
I was about to. Now, there are some anime I will go back and watch. Like, obviously, Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't? Like, if they reanimated that shit, it would be the fire that burnt the earth. But
speaking that into existence.
Bleach also, obviously, there's some hype fights, and also the soundtrack just resonates.
Brothers, have you guys watched any more?
Nope.
Oh, you're missing out.
I don't know about that because I showed Peppers that image someone sent me.
I have an opinion.
Do you? Is it that Bleach is the bottom of the bottom?
It's almost like we talked earlier.
Yeah.
I think I've come to the conclusion for me, Daniel Peppers. I can only speak for myself. Don't come for me. Bleach is the bottom of the big three, and it's not even close.
Okay, so
I said what I said,
now
and I say it with my full chest.
As far as like world building and full story, you might be right.
I'm talking about anything. I'm
no,
talking about
dude. As far as style, fuck no. Bleach top. Bleach got the style, motherfucker.
What? Do you know who the big three are? Do we need to go over this? You got One Piece, Naruto, Bleach. Those are the big three. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page.
And one of them has the best style, and it's definitely Bleach.
It's Bleach.
It's Bleach.
I gotta give style.
Like,
I gotta give style to Bleach.
As far as like, okay, his drawing style, I will go ahead and admit, if you actually analyze like how he does bodies, is bad because their legs are way too fucking long.
God awful. And I'm also lumping it with One Piece, who has wild. I'm not saying One Piece is the best style either.
Listen,
I think it's got a
One
unique
Piece,
style.
If you want to join the Beast Pirates, you got to skip leg day. I mean, have you seen the Beast
No,
Pirates?
that's what I'm saying.
Have you seen Kaido's legs?
I will say I do like the style, and I'll tell you this why I think One Piece has the leg up. And I'm not even saying One Piece is not my choice for best style, by the way.
What, you'd say Naruto?
Yes, but we'll get to that. I'm leading up to
How
this.
do you
Oh,
even...
I'm leading up to it.
Fit for every part.
Yeah.
Hold on. Here's
like-
the thing. Here's the thing. One Piece, I'll say, is better than Bleach because at least when Oda draws them in different things, they get different things per arc. Bleach, the style is in between the fucking panels.
He's not wrong. Well, he's slightly wrong. There's when the Rancor are first coming to Earth, they do have separate clothes and stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah, you get a small win.
Woohoo! But
Other than that,
if
it's
they
very mild
had the
changes.
fit that they have on
It-
covers
oh, yeah.
or on that, we ain't having this conversation.
No, that's the drip war right
That's
there.
what I'm saying. Hey, we're not having this conversation. You're right. But he dangles it in front of you and then doesn't even use it through. At least One Piece says the fit that I show you,
Okay, yeah.
they have
Is
it
what-
throughout.
But as far
Yeah,
as
exactly.
character design, you're gonna say One Piece is top?
No, I'm gonna say Naruto is. I love the look of Naruto. I think it is. I think it is unique, and I also think because One Piece, while I do enjoy Oda's style, but it's so unique and it's very cartoony, which makes sense for that kind of world that he's building. It's very fantasy. It's very, we're living in this wild thing, right?
Yeah.
The reason I think Naruto has the best style, in my opinion, is because they are ninjas, which I think ninjas are dumb. But
Wow, yeah.
I do. But I think what I respect about Naruto is because they use their style and kind of give it a grounded look in a fantastical world.
So orange jumpsuit
Is the move.
is the move.
You're talking about what?
I wanna know-
Pain?
No, we're
No,
talking
she's
about
talking
Naruto
about-
himself.
I'm not talking about Naruto. I think Naruto's fucking garbage. I'm talking about everything around him, though. You're going to tell me
I mean,
right
the
now,
Akatsuki's fits are heat.
he is a trendsetter that people have followed now throughout with his
There
like
are people that do be wearing the Akatsuki. Like
Oh, yeah,
I went to
well-
high school, people that actually like were bold enough to wear the
That's
Akatsuki.
Dude,
what
I
I'm
had
saying.
someone in my high school dressed as Kakashi for like
Yeah.
multiple days throughout the year, not like Halloween or
Yeah.
like
Hero. That was
Spirit
an
Week.
absolute hero. I do have a question for Peppers.
Sure,
What
go
do you
ahead.
mean when you say bottom of the bottom? What do you mean? Like, what makes you say it's the bottom of the bottom?
what Bleach
Yeah.
of the
I-
big three.
of the big three.
Yes.
That's what I'm specifically saying.
Yes,
That's-
yes.
The reason that it is at the bottom of the bottom is because I think you can go to either one of the other two and get it more well done. Whatever you're looking for, whether it be story, whether it be action, whether it be characters and the actual caring about those characters, you can go to any of the other two and it's done better than in Bleach.
What made this opinion come up?
Because I was thinking about the big three recently a lot. And I just really thought about it of like, I remember reading the Bleach manga and really enjoying it. Like it is an enjoyable read. I'm not even saying it's bad. Like, and that's what I kind of hate about it too. I feel like anytime, especially on the internet, when you do a podcast or whatever, someone says like, I think Bleach is the bottom of the bottom. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying with the competition that it's up against, it's the weakest by far.
Well, okay.
I'd say as
So-
far as with how it ended and also how the anime ended up going, you could be right, but as far as the beginning of it, I still think it was one of the strongest probably.
I think I have reread the beginning of One Piece, like I'm talking volumes before, and I would happily do it like right now if you guys are interested. Like you guys want to do it, we can do it. And I have reread the beginning of Naruto before. I read Bleach, and I've looked at those box sets and said maybe one day. That's what I'm saying. Like,
So would you, or is this kind of like you saying that you don't think you're going to keep watching Thousand Year Blood War?
I think that it will be that show that I have Jujutsu Kaisen. I have some other animes. Hunter x Hunter, I have to watch.
So you do have.
But I have a
I mean,
lot.
we made
Legally
a deal with the
required.
people.
That's right.
There's a
Amen.
handshake
There's
involved.
exactly. We can't do it now. You've been sick. But yes, there is a handshake.
Okay, that just looks weird. Let's, no.
Well, no, if I did it like right here.
No, okay,
that's
stop.
odd. But I just think that it is going to be that anime. While I'm interested, one, I've already read it, and two, I think that I'm going to let it build up. And yes, I will watch it one day, but I'm not chomping at the bit with it. And
get
that's what
that.
I've kind of come to the conclusion. Like, I'm super hyped to see what they do with the Naruto anime coming out. Like the
those 4 episodes?
coming out. I'm interested to see what that leads to.
I want to
And-
see the pacing, honestly.
Exactly,
But
like-
that's just because I've heard of how much they're fitting into it.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, like this has to be like the speed run of Naruto. Let's be real.
Yeah. But
I mean,
that's kind of why it came up, and I just started thinking like, okay, what do I really enjoy about Bleach, right? And anytime, like I like Aizen as bad guy, but the thing about it is, if we want to talk about bad guys, again, we're just talking about these three. You got like so many great villains in One Piece, like
Oh well, yes.
so many great ones. And then if you want to talk about Aizen, I would put Itachi up there with him, kind of in the same, or even Pain to a way like them two.
you couldn't put Itachi.
Because Itachi would fucking wipe the floor if you want to talk about.
No, you couldn't put Itachi as a bad guy.
Yeah, he's not.
That's
villain.
what I'm saying. But he was at the time. At the same time, Aizen was a bad guy. Itachi was considered a bad guy
Yeah,
in Naruto.
but he was working behind the scenes.
That doesn't matter. I'm just talking.
Aizen's not working behind the scenes. Aizen's
No,
a legitimate
Aizen
bad
straight
guy.
up.
You're gonna
He's
put
like-
him and Frieza in the same
I
category.
mean, they're close.
Because literally in the he still like has his ulterior motives
Yeah.
when he's completely sealed.
But what
still.
I mean is, like, at the time of those arcs being released, those were the main villains of those respective ones, right? And I just think that Bleach, while it's again good, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's very straightforward. I feel like, and maybe it's a behind the scenes thing, like Tite Kubo didn't have the ability, but at least you could say with the other two, they tried to go with a formula of shonen, but do different things and verge away from it. And if you look at Bleach is the quintessential formula of shonen. And it's either I'm again not saying it's bad. I'm just saying for me, I would rather have that formula because I think that formula works, but do something like he did with Itachi, like Oda does with like Doflamingo. Do something different with that blueprint that Bleach never did.
I could see that.
And that's why I think it's handily at the bottom.
I think technically speaking, so this is Kubo released 3 light novels. That takes place after, 1,000 Year Blood War and before I think that one shot came out.
Okay.
And they actually expand on
right, but we're talking anime.
Yeah. Are we just talking the anime?
That's what I was talking about.
I was talking manga. Anime.
Well, we could talk manga and anime. Light novels, keep those words out of here. No one's.
So apparently with those they expand on like the history of Soul Society and stuff, and they actually go into like all the different families because Ichigo is from one of the great like the royal families of Soul Society, the founding families. He's part of it. Like he's the son of the Shiba family.
Yeah.
And apparently it goes into why Ichigo is as broken as he is, and like a whole bunch of other stuff.
Why do that in a light novel and not in the manga or the anime? That's the problem.
I'm wondering if he's going to adapt it into
and like I said,
a manga arc.
Bleach is a very interesting topic because I know there's a lot of behind the scenes things that we'll never know.
Yeah,
well, we might not never know because with the success of 1,000 Year Blood War, the anime,
it opens some doors.
And the fact that he has expanded on some fight scenes and a couple of other things within the anime that he didn't get to expand on in the manga. We may see a expansion to the manga, adaptation of those light novels, a separate series following that one shot that he did.
Yeah.
There's anything that could be done. It's just I think that at the time he wanted to tell a story that he didn't have the time to tell.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. Constraints of Shonen Jump made it to where he just couldn't do it.
And I think that's the thing that dawned on me is, and like I said, it's nothing against Bleach, but there is stuff in it where Bleach could have done different things. But what it is now with the anime and the manga, it is so blueprint and I'm not even getting into what happens in the back end, which literally feels like he threw it all out there and said, "I gotta go."
Well,
they're throwing me out. They're changing the locks, and I just think that's a bummer because it is up against 2 that some could say has gone on for too long with Boruto. You know what I'm saying? But at least those authors, and I think it's when you start getting some distance from it, and I think with my knowledge and when I'm reading more and watching more anime more now than I have ever, except for that Hunter x Hunter, I really need to get on that.
Yeah.
But hey, I got on JoJos.
Yeah, I know. But it's given me enough distance now to kind of I feel like I have the knowledge and the ability to judge the 3 because the big 3 kind of get people into anime and it kind of has that nostalgia and it's hard to judge. But if you look at it, I think critically, it is a bummer because it looks like you have 2 authors that literally got the keys to the kingdom to do whatever the fuck they wanted.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying for good or bad reasons. Like,
I mean,
Oda is fucking Oda.
Yeah, I was about to say Goda.
Like Goda, as the kids say. But he is the one in his story. It's almost like the 2 popular kids got to do whatever the fuck they wanted, and they kicked the young boy, the young whippersnapper out.
Yeah, that might be why Tite Kubo held some resentment against Oda.
100%, because it does look like the daddy and mommy loved the other 2 sons, and Bleach really does feel like
the redheaded stepchild
that never got the ability.
It's always been that.
But if you look at it critically, I think on paper or on the TV. Bleach is the most cookie cutter and uninteresting shonen of the big 3 to me.
It's also the one with the most complicated, not even complicated, just
be very careful.
Yeah. It's just the fucking realms. You have Soul Society, you have I hate basically the fact that they just constantly
Mundo.
Yeah,
Hueco Mundo.
Yeah.
The fact that they just constantly flow between the 3.
So that's expanded on a lot actually in those light novels.
Again, though, but he
but
it's.
I know he expands on basically how I want to see these light novels adapted. And the reason why I want to see them adapted is because like he expands on how Hueco Mundo, the world of the living, Soul Society, Hell, how all of it came to be. Like it literally was the 5 founding families, each had different ideas, and the only way to make everything work was to use the ideas of the 5 families as one like whole plan.
Yeah, but I think that it kind of proves my point in a way of it has all that lore, but it's not shown in the main work.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and which,
in
honestly,
that sense, it makes it confusing.
I don't like how that world's built, honestly. Like, it was neat when you were growing up, but if you look at it and actually think about it, no,
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I hate how it's built.
And that's what I really started to notice is
but
like...
I will always argue, character design, Tite Kubo's the only one I think that really does multiple races amazingly well. You have to think about that.
You got fishmen. You got.
Do not. No.
You got multiple races in One Piece. You got multiple races in One Piece. Are you kidding me?
Do you?
Yes. You got bird people. You know the guy that what's his name that does the news? Morgan. You got Morgan, the bird guy that does
not
the
what
news.
I mean.
I mean,
I
understand what you mean.
Yeah, you get good representation for all races, is what I mean.
Yeah, I agree. Naruto is definitely you're not looking for that. You're not looking for that. And like I said, again, this is not me saying it's bad. I just thought it was an interesting thought that I had an epiphany.
We're not even going to talk about Killer Bee and Naruto.
No.
Yeah, that's why it's problematic again. But it's just like an epiphany that I had of like it really, and I think the more time that passes and as they sit on their, especially with One Piece kind of ending, and Naruto probably has already ended in a lot of people's minds, and that's fair.
Well, yeah.
I think Naruto ended before the Kaguya fight.
Yeah,
it ended. It ended.
I think it ended at the end of Shippuden. That's like what I think it ended at.
Where it ended is it should have ended after Naruto and Sasuke got their powers and beat Madara. And then they had to fight each other. The whole Kaguya fight was pointless.
That honestly was what I thought the end was.
Yeah.
No, it's they beat Madara. Madara becomes Kaguya, and then they fight each other. And that whole Kaguya thing, they just cut that out.
It's Naruto is long in the tooth, and that's why we're not having the conversation of like what is the best one or anything like that. I'm just saying those 3 will always sit together because of the title of Big 3, and I think it's going to be more and more apparent that something got done dirty in Bleach. Something happened where the 2 smart sons got the world, and Bleach got kicked in the. Which a lot of people might make them like Bleach. You get what I'm saying?
Because the underdog story.
The underdog story.
I mean, you know how I am about underdogs.
You do love an underdog.
I mean,
story.
Until Midoriya became what he currently is, I was all for Hero Academia.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's just a thought I wanted to share on this podcast.
Well, before we do wrap this episode up, I doubt you've really been watching too much with your new work schedule.
Sure.
How about you? Have you watched anything really?
I mean, again, all I've watched is the One Piece live action and a few interviews from it.
Let's go!
Obviously, I finished Lyciization, and I've checked out like 1 or 2 other anime that I can't remember the titles of.
So nothing important.
But
what about you? Did you bring it up because you watched
I've been
something?
current with Reign of the Seven Spellblades.
Yeah.
I do think that you need to stay up with that.
Yeah, I'm like 3 episodes.
It really does do like there is like a very Lelouch-esque thing. Like you find out it is a revenge story. He's getting revenge for the murder of someone close to him.
I want to see another anime do what Code Geass did, which is not. I'm not even claiming the revenge story. Like,
dude, my brother, he has like a whole like society of people that like follow him, and he puts on a mask, and they all call him. The Young
so
Lord.
it's really Lelouch. Okay, but no. Does he set up someone as like a traitor? And he just uses, like, literally just calls them a random thing, and that becomes their identity from...
Not yet, but I wouldn't doubt it.
Because if I ever see another Orange Boy happen in anime, I'm going to be hyped.
Not yet, but it's been really good.
Because
I've stayed with Reborn as a vending machine in another world.
Brother.
Boy, it's not great.
I still have only watched 1 episode.
It's hilarious. Yeah. Honestly, like it is so funny that
lighthearted fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is very much
That's
like
what I was hoping it
lighthearted
was for.
fun. Like it's literally he's just this girl is like super strong, can
Yeah.
carry him around, and she is kind of simple-minded. Like she's very ditzy, but because of her simple-mindedness, she picks up on everything like that he is saying, and like they can communicate pretty well. And he's actually like now his goal is to get the stratum bosses because there's like big bosses per floor of the labyrinth that they're in.
Gotcha.
So he wants to get each of the stratum boss coins because apparently if you get all the coins in the middle of the labyrinth, you can make a wish. You just need like 5 coins. So he's gonna try and do that, and apparently he's gonna wish to be human or be able to turn human or something like that.
He's not gonna be a vending machine anymore.
Well, he's a vending machine otaku. He's living his dream.
Yeah.
Basically, I think he wants to be able to have a conversation, be a
Shoot a
human.
Picari sweat and be good to go. That means he's having a good time.
I
Here,
don't know.
Have a Picari sweat. Boom.
It's so funny. Let's see what else. I've been watching a lot of what's been coming out this season. Actually,
That makes one of us.
That makes literally one of us.
Yeah.
Sweet Reincarnation.
I've never even heard of this.
It's another isekai, but it's about a.
You're kidding.
No,
Yeah, with reincarnation in the title.
Does he get reincarnated as a baguette?
no.
Said
He's
sweet
basically he was a
Baguettes aren't
he
sweet.
was a
Fins on the baguette?
he was a like a pastry chef
See?
in our world, and
Bet he made a baguette.
He made a bunch of sweets and stuff, and at some big event, the giant candy sculpture that he had made had fallen and crushed him.
Son of a
So he's
bitch.
reincarnated in this swords and magic world that doesn't have access to all this stuff to make sweets, but he has all of his memories, and all he wants to do is make sweets. So he's adding new sweets to this world and uses his. It's very, very much one of those that's just like,
That reminded me of a manga I read.
yeah.
Yeah. I've been I've been doing the video or whatever. But I read this manga that's called like Sora and the Monster's House. What this is about. And it's going to get an anime, I guarantee it.
Probably.
But it is like Lord of the Rings, right? There's orcs
I
and
thought you were gonna say Lord of the Flies.
No,
I was
no,
gonna
no.
be like, what?
Lord of the Rings, they're in a fantasy world, or just a fantasy world.
Your
There's-
favorite
There's orcs, slimes, and everything, right?
Sounds like you're gonna be amped for this one.
It's not bad because they go in a different direction. So it's about this girl that's been basically trained her entire life. You kill monsters. That's what you do. Okay,
Also been watching another one,
Yeah,
yeah.
don't question it. And then she runs into some dwarves that build homes for monsters. And then she gets in their ragtag group, and they got to build houses. Like there's a mermaid and a thunder wolf that are in love. They got to build a house so they can live together. Because obviously, they got to build a house for a slime, and they make it so because he's slow because he's a slime. But he's very adorable, and he launches himself on top of his house now, and there's a filtration system that he lands and gets like, and he gets all the little crummies out from the day, and so he's clean when he's in his house. And some goblins, and then some goblins are cold because they don't have clothes, so a volcano erupts near them, so they build a moat, and it can heat their home, and they lay on the floor and take a nap, and then Sora lays on the floor and takes a nap with them, and she finds out she never really had a home. She's learning to love through building homes for monsters. It'll get an anime. It'll do well.
Probably.
Dear God. no.
that probably.
Well, that's better than some of the garbage I've been watching lately
Dude,
because I found myself in a hole recently.
Classroom for Heroes is just another one of those. It's just not. It's another mid one. There's a lot of like
Good mid.
yeah.
Good mid.
I mean, yeah, it just depends on what you're looking for. Literally, I've been watching a few anime that's just like, oh, these people met by playing an MMO. I was like, okay,
I mean,
I'll check it out.
but you know what we're hope you're in?
Hopefully our YouTube page,
Aha!
Anime Unraveled. Hopefully you'll like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Let us know which of the big 3 that you think's on bottom.
And it's definitely Bleach is a bottom. You know what I'm saying?
He's got that bottom energy.
He's got a bottom.
Power bottom?
Yeah, Ichigo's a power.
Oh, God.
But if you like us in short bursts or don't like us at all, go hang out over on the TikTok, Anime Unraveled Pod.
Have you
Nothing's
done anything
happening.
with that?
Fuck no.
It's a ghost town.
It is a ghost town. I did all that work to get the access back, and he's done nothing with
But
it.
I think it's a fun thing for you guys, right? So what you need to do, go over to TikTok, Anime Unraveled Pod, over there on the TikTok. And you know what you need to do? Go follow it. And then it's a little fun game. when we do upload, it'll be like, oh my god, it's like a present.
Yeah, it's kind of like when Team 4-Star finally released episodes again. It's
Yeah,
like
they
short.
dropped the Boo shorts.
Well, they did. It's with totally not Mark's reviews. They're not on their page.
Oh.
So it's just for that review. But a lot of people have obviously ripped those clips out and put them, and it's incredible.
It's
Yeah.
great.
Team
It's-
4-Star is at the fucking top of their game.
Always.
Always.
But with that and with everyone saying what they gotta say, guys, it is the end of the episode. It's my favorite part of the episode. It's the part where I make sure to remind you guys to please make sure to leave a review, like, and subscribe. It really helps us out. It really gets our name out in the algorithm and kind of gets us to grow our fan base. As you guys get to watch as I continue to the JoJo's adventure. He takes his hunter exam.
I bet I pass.
And Rex takes the rest of his hunter exam and does a full dive into the world of Alicization.
Yeah, can't wait. I hear that Hunter x Hunter pretty good. Hey, coming close. Is Hunter x Hunter? Is it just like Monster Hunter?
No.
All right. Well, thanks for watching.
No, if it was, Monster Hunter's great.
All right. Well, bye.
Bye.
We'll see you next week.